everyone, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So that was quite a short intro, isn't it? But the thing is, the reason why it was so short, it's because there's really only so much you can show with houses like this. But look at that, I'm finally uploaded the aforementioned terraced house that I made ages ago. Just so everyone knows though, if you do see another version of this sometime soon, just go along with it because it's been so long since I've done this. I say that it's probably been literally probably just less than a month, but it's been long in my eyes since I did this that I feel like my building style has still evolved and I would love to do this again. I think that, or it could be just the state of mind I'm currently in, and the state of mind I'm in is not how this build turns out. But I'm still very happy with it, hence why I'm uploading it. But I might do it different, but it depends because I have done the London townhouses and now I'm uploading this, and I am trying to do a semi-detached 1970s styled British build. So there's quite a few British builds going on. So it'll probably be a while until I tackle this again. But you know what? I have to keep this in mind that it took me, was it 4 or 5 attempts? It was, I think it was somewhere around there. It took me around 4 or 5 attempts for me to actually do this house. The first time I made it, it was the blockiest thing you've ever seen. Because the thing is about houses like this is that they've all got one roof, and the roof is positioned in a way that you don't see the front of it. The front is in the sides. So houses like these are normally very narrow in the middle but very elongated going towards the back. And when you do a roof like that that covers the entire roof, but it has to be elongated, right? As you can see the roof now, I had to do different types of roofing because if that roof got any longer towards the back, it would have ended up looking like the other build that I did, and it was so awful to look at. It was just it looked very, I try, and not all the time, I try to do some sort of realism when I do my builds, and that you could very clearly tell was not as realistic. And I think again, like I said before, with builds, especially to do with British builds, just because this is where I live, I can be so critical of myself because I look at these things every day, so I feel like something doesn't look right. Compared to the build I did yesterday, or the Cyber City, actually the Cyber City build, I'm very critical of myself of that. I'm really surprised I posted that so soon. I think it's more because I was really excited about it. But with Cyberpunk, it's like I love sci-fi, so I was a bit critical with that, but not as much as I am with things that I see with my very eyes every single day. If I have seen it every single day of my 22 years, okay, not 22 years. I came into this country when I was 3. So in my 18 years of life, wait, hold on, that is really poor maths, isn't it? Wait, is it? Hold on, 18 plus 3. No, I keep forgetting. I'm not 21 anymore. I'm 22. In my 19, what? Is it 19? Yes, it's 9. Sorry. I barely passed math. So, surprisingly, it wasn't because of my mental maths though. I'm quite good at mental. That's, well, actually, I don't doubt I don't blame you if you don't believe that I'm not good at mental maths after that showcasing of mathematics skills. But what I used to do, and the reason why I used to get really bad in my exams was because I did a lot of mental maths because I just hated showcasing my working out because it's like you just you just know in it. I used to think that all the time when I was doing my GCSEs. I was like, it just is that, and I hated showing my working out. So that used to get me in so much trouble and used to get me deducted on so many marks. I remember there was one because you have to really showcase everything. You have to even showcase 1 plus 1, and I used to just say, to be fair, I wouldn't showcase like you know, figuring it like it was never anything as crazy as not showcasing the way I've simplified an equation, but it will be like I would assume that the times tables from a maths examiner is a known fact. So I wouldn't feel like saying that times 2 times 2 is 4 because I'll feel like that is something a maths examiner will know. But it's, to be fair, don't listen to me in terms of advice, especially when it comes to maths GCSEs. That was a touch and go area. But yeah, that wasn't the best way to go about it. But at least in my actual GCSEs, I did remember not to do that. And also, thank you for England's grading system that allowed me to pass, because I'm pretty sure in any other country I wouldn't have. So yeah, it's not the greatest grading system in the world, but it helped me during my GCSEs. I did my GCSEs. If I've got any British viewers, I did my GCSEs. I think I was either the first or the second. I was part of the first or the second year that had the new numerical system. So basically, for people in other countries who are listening, we used to have GCSE, and I don't know what is going on now, but I remember that GCSEs used to be graded like very similar to how grades are internationally. So I don't think we had GPAs though. I know about GPAs within university, but I don't know about GPAs that much during GCSE or A level period. But I remember that we didn't have GPA. Well, I didn't have a GPA. Well, I did have. I don't know. I really don't. I'm sorry. I don't know. I think what happened is that I think we may have had a GPA, but it may not have been something that we were told that often. It wasn't maybe something that was weighted so heavily on us. But what we did had was our grades and our targeted grades and our mock exam grades and stuff like that. And originally they used to be very similar, like the international grades are. So they used to be A, B, C, D, and E. And I don't know if we had F. I think it was A, B, C, D, E, and U. And we had A stars as well. So instead of an A plus, it was an A star. And we still had that in, I think we still, to be fair, I don't know about what's going on with A levels, because that's even more wishy-washy. But I remember before during GCSEs is that it was I think I was in the first year group that did the numerical system. So instead of getting, it's not 1-to-1, but instead of getting a C, you would get a 5 or something like that. So it was like kind of like that. So yeah, I don't know what oh yeah, I think I went on a tangent of this. I'm rerouting it. I think I'm getting better. I really do love talking to you guys. Not only because I get to talk to you guys, but I get to understand how I think better. Because when you don't listen back to how you think, you don't really realize how you think. This sounds like I'm half asleep, but I promise you, it's really mind blowing to me because the first time I listened to my voice back after doing one of these voiceovers, I was like, that's how I talk. I literally did not get to the point of anything. That was my first impression when I heard myself speak again. So me continuously speaking to you guys, not only is it fun to speak to you guys, but I get to also train myself in how I hold up conversations. I've never been terrible at holding up conversations, but I've always had a few people just be like, can we just clarify that? And I see now why they say, can we just clarify that? Because I do just run off into different topics and drop different topics and forget different topics. So go off in a tangent on a certain section of a topic like I'm doing right now. I was talking about looking at terraced houses, and now I've gone off in a tangent about what my mind state is and how I compensate. But yeah, to digress, to pull it all back to me talking about why I can be so critical of my British builds. Not so much with my posher British builds. So it's I do a castle. I'll see that if the castle is a little bit wrong or the palace is a little bit wrong, but I won't be too critical of myself because I don't really walk around that many castles. I think have I been to two, maybe? I think I've been to the ruins of one in Wales, and I've been to another one. Yeah, during a trip during my history period in GCSEs. So I think that's the only two castles I've ever been to, but they weren't fully constructed castles either. And I think I was on the coach before when I went past Buckingham Palace, but that's the closest view I've ever seen it. And it was just trees. You can't really see Buckingham Palace that well when you go past on the coach. So what I can think about is that I get really critical of myself with these types of British builds. So one thing I was critical about this one a lot, hence why I attempted it so many times, just because I was like, why doesn't it look right? It doesn't look right. Even till this point, I like it because I've uploaded it, but I still feel like I can do better, and I'll probably will try and do better after I do all of the apartment and townhouse ideas I have going on in my head. I will try and come back to this and improve it again, and hopefully make a version of this that's also non-CC, because I don't want to stop using CC. I really do love CC, but I do want to use CC on things that I feel like require CC a lot more. I feel like this actually, now I think about it, there's a portion of this build where when you go to the kitchen area, you're gonna see that I do an under-counter washing machine and dryer. Some people will have it separate, some people will have it as one, some people will have a drying rack within the house. I've gave them a wash line outside, but that is CC. So I guess I couldn't escape it altogether, but maybe not add as much as I did, because I'm just imagining when I have to do the description, because all the CC will be linked in the description, but I'm thinking about I'm the description is gonna be a bit of a process to do. But it's fine anyways, because I'm gonna rediscover CC. The radiator. Okay. I You just saw me put down a radiator. I was kicking myself when I saw my townhouse build, and I was looking at my London townhouse build, and I was like, why do I feel like I left something? I only realized, I think it was 2 days ago, I forgot the radiators. And I think it is a common thing, regardless of which house you have, that most British houses have radiators in them. So I thought about it the other day, and I was like, how did I forget that? It's literally, especially now with this weather that's going on, that's all I keep complaining about in this house. Was like, are we going to turn the heaters on? Are we going to turn the radiators on? Are we going to turn the heaters on? And all of that. So, yeah, but yeah, I was kicking myself because I forgot that. And let me just talk about, oh yeah, let me just find a point. I'm so sorry. This is all wishy-washy. But I get so critical with this type of build, but it's nothing, and I mean nothing, compared to the level of criticism I have for myself when it comes to building flats. So British flats are very similar to British apartments, and they're just very different structurally. So I think I've said this before, but with apartments, the UK also has apartments, but I've lived in both apartments. Well, you would call it an apartment or a student account, but it was virtually an apartment. Apartments in the UK that I'm aware of, they have just a different design, and sometimes they have more amenities than a flat. A flat is just purely residential. Sometimes you may have shops down below, but most of the time it's just purely residential. You won't see like gyms or like laundry mats or any stuff like that within the actual building itself. You'll just see pure houses. But anyways, I am not, nothing compares to the level of criticism I have over when I'm building flats, because I've stated before, that's what I grew up in for a good majority of my life. So if it's the thing I've seen all my life and I get it wrong, I'm gonna question everything, because it's like, did I eat, was I even were my eyes even open? But yeah, I want to tackle that later on. And I think when I do a flat, I won't stop making them flats. But yeah, I to start talking about that, I'm gonna start talking a bit more about this build. So this build was a lot of fun to do, not just because it didn't take me 6 hours, but it was also a lot of fun to do because it did take. It's not the fact that I want to rush builds, but it's because sometimes repetitively over analyzing a build can gonna get to you. But it was a really fun build to do, and now I'm looking at it, especially within the kitchen. I think the CC is used. The CC is justified. In the sink area, I used David's apartment sink, which has that kind of grittle thing area right next to the sink, where if you don't have a dish rack, you can just place it straight on and it will still drain it back into the sink. And I love that. I don't know about everyone else, but I feel like that is such a common feature within British homes. The same with I think you guys might see there's like a plug at the bottom. Like an extension cord plug. I had to add that. I had to add the light switches. And again, I don't know what's going to be added in the apartment, the Sims 4 for Rent expansion pack that's coming out. But one item I don't think I saw it within the trailer, but one item that I'll be so stoked to see if they do have it is light switches. I think that's just such a common thing within houses and builds that we don't have in The Sims, and it's almost shocking that we don't have them. But yeah, I think it would be really cool if you had light switches and stuff like that. I think they're really cool, and especially when you do, I can understand how they can be quite tedious sometimes to place on, but I really do love them, and I think they'll be a really cool addition if we do end up having them. I don't think we'll have them because they have. I don't think it was in the trailer, but really really cool. I'm still very excited in the trailer. I need to talk about I can't wait for the gameplay trailer. But one thing I saw in the original trailer I'm really excited for was like the fish market stuff. It was really, really cool. So I love markets and stuff like that. I go to market, especially when I was in university. When I was younger, my mom used to take me down to like the market and stuff and get fruit and veg. And during university, I'll go down to the market as well and see what's going on. I love a good market. Um, it's really nice. It's really homey to me because even my birth country, they have a lot of market stuff there. It's just something about people growing either their own food or the independent entrepreneurship that people can have, and just seeing how much they like just love, not necessarily love what they do. I can't imagine that everyone loves what they do, but they find a sense of excitement through each trade that they do, and I think that's such a cool aspects within markets. Like when I go to one, it really pulls me back and it makes me feel like it feels very community based. That's what I would say. It's you go into a market and everyone's like, "Hi, do you want this? You want?" Oh, I remember. Now I say that. I remember me and my mom. We went to a market near the end of my tenancy at university, and I remember we brought, I think was it some peaches, and the man was so sweet. He gave us, no, we brought some papayas, I think, and the man was so sweet and he gave us like 4 free flat peaches or donut peaches, depending on what you call them. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And it's like stuff like that. It just really feels like it feels like the connection. I don't think there's anything particularly bad about supermarkets. I think chains are something you get everywhere. And I can't really speak bad about chains when I play a game that's by a very big company. But I think there is something great about supermarkets variety, but there is something quite sweet about a market. I think that they're really nice. I if you I won't say I don't think it's a spoiler, but I am also planning to do a sort of Christmas market nearer to the Christmas time. It's going to be part of the Christmas little Sims short film that I do, where it's like going home for Christmas kind of vibes. I'm really excited for that. But yeah, this is me doing the final touches of the house. This house is quite nostalgic to me. The furniture, the everything. It especially the master bedroom. It makes me feel like I'm going to my parents' bedroom because it just has that vibe to it. Like it's quite a lot of houses in England are very small, so you do have the kind of cramped feeling, but it feels very comforting, that kind of feeling. So I really do love the master bedroom. And there is a bathroom downstairs near the kitchen, and there's a bathroom upstairs between the two bedrooms, but you can turn that bathroom into a bedroom. One of the houses here have turned that into a bedroom as well. But yeah, I think this is a really great build for the new expansion pack as well. I didn't build it for the expansion pack. I built it before I was even aware it was coming out. I knew we were going to have like a city-based expansion pack, but I thought it was going to be like mayors and cars. I didn't realize it was going to be renting. I thought it was just one of the rumors at the moment. I didn't know if that was the one. But yeah, it's great that I did it because now here's another build for you guys for the new expansion pack. This will be available in my gallery, but since there is CC in it, please make sure you check down below on the description to see what CC is in it. To see if you want to download certain CC. But I think most of the base and the shell is non-CC. So if you don't want any of the furniture, like the trampoline and stuff like that, then you can just get this house and you will have the shell just fine. And you will have the wallpapers and you will have all of that. You just won't have the furnishings, so you won't have the interior. But besides that, or the doorbell. But besides that, that's what it is. And also, I don't showcase it here. I do change all of the lights to orange because that is a very nostalgic feeling for me when I was younger and all the lights were just orange. And some of the lights where I live still are orange, but most of them now are energy saving lights, which is a good thing. It's good that we're using energy saving lights, but those lights are just so nostalgic to me. But anyway, as the hashtag goes on, I just want to say thank you so much for all your lovely comments. You guys are really getting creative with your comments because every single time I look at them, I'm just shocked. I'm like, whoa, I was not expecting that. But I think one that really stuck to my mind was I really love funny comments. So when someone commented, "Oh, Emerald Sims real builds are an amazing build," Emerald Sims also says that she needs to watch a build tutorial. I didn't even realize the connection between that. That it sounds almost like silly of me to say I want to watch a building tutorial after building all these builds, but I just want to, I can't find it in the comments in the reply, but I think that just really made me laugh because it was like, oh, why did I say that? Why did I say it like that? But it was really funny and it really did make my day. But all of your comments make my day as well. I read all of them. I really do love them. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I know it was a bit of a short one, but I'll be back again with another build. Maybe, probably, definitely a townhouse. But I thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video so much, please like, subscribe as well. But if you don't want to, that's also okay. You've stayed this long listening to me ramble, so I appreciate that as well. And yeah, don't forget to leave a comment. I read all of your comments, the more the merrier, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.
Thank you.